platform. I'm Keystone and this is Redbone. We launched this platform as a way of speaking to the people from a point of view that we feel may have been overlooked or just not heard. It seems to be a lot of interest in the city of Pacoima, a few miles north of Los Angeles. Our story is too complex for just one point of view, so we decided to give you a full insight into our hometown, Pacoima, California. We're going to get into our history, street culture, politics, sports legends, and music legends. From the sometimes bitter, sometimes sweet relationships between the blacks and the Pacoima Latinos, to the contentious interactions with the Foothill Division Police Department. Pacoima has a unique voice that distinguishes itself from the greater Los Angeles area. We've heard from everyone else, now it's time for the Pacoima.
What's up? Back again. Stone and Bone Pacoima Perspective. You got me, Keystone. You got Redbone. And today we got a special guest, man. Tapping in all the way from Vegas, we got Sunny Lanes.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing out there in the world? Sunny Lanes, your published director, author, writer, idealist, the creator behind my nigga Bigfoot, the cartoon, a couple movies on Apple TV and Tubi right now. You know what I mean? Got a lot of shit in motion. Just tuning in with my big homies right now. What's up, y'all?
What up, man? So this was like a gift, man. We just fell into each other over the social media. You know what I'm saying? He tapped into the show. Then he actually reached out to us, man, in a very gracious way. So once I looked up the profile, I'm like, oh man, we got to get you on the show, bro. So it just happened kind of organically the way I like things anyway, man. When I get a good feeling about something, I like to move on it right then and there. So here we go with it, man. So now what I always like to get that background, man. So where was you born? Where you grow up at, man? What year were you born?
I was born in '89. Young nigga. 89. I know the OGs be like, what the fuck? Them niggas. I was born in 1989 in Lancaster, man, after moms and them left Pacoima.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they left Pacoima. I grew up in Lancaster, Palmdale, Pacoima, Santa Clarita, the whole valley. I was running around. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you're a child of the dirt, like they call it, the dirt up there, huh?
The valley, the dirt, the valley, all that, whatever you want to call it.
AV, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what school did you go to out there?
In high school, I went to RX Paris, this continuation school for gang members and violent offenders and shit. So I got kicked out of regular high school and spent most of my time at RX Paris.
Okay. So you was out there doing your thing a little bit, huh?
Shit, nah,
Okay.
just what I was what we was bred to do from the valley. You know what I mean? Stand on 10 and push it. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
Yeah, I know that AV a different stomping ground than what I never lived out there, but I know it's a lot of people moved out there from a whole bunch of different places, and so yeah, it
Yeah.
could go up at any time out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Um,
it's definitely one of them places where it will go up at.
so why don't you run down your how you link to Pacoima though? How do you link to Pacoima?
My brother is Twan. My other brother is Lil Green Eyes. My uncle is Chief Roy. My big homie is Steve. Call me Big Red Crazy. You know what I mean? I'm related to Big Evil. You know what I mean? Slim, couple motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Right,
Just
right.
every like you said, everybody was moving to Lancaster. So I'm watching as a kid. I'm peeking out the window, watching my Green Eyes and Twan do their thing, you know what I mean? And I'm learning the steps as they going. And then I started banging from a clique out in Palmdale, Lancaster. And that's when niggas came to me and told me who my family was and who my brothers was and what they meant to this and that. And that's what I started hanging out with Ricky Elliott. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then that's when me and him linked up, and then he showed me some love, and then I got around my big homie, and he showed me love, and then that's when it all transpired there. So
Okay. Yeah. Chief Roy and Red Crazy, their names are gonna come out when anytime you discuss the origins of Pacoima Paru and the Pierce Apartments and all of that. So them
mhm.
dudes are automatic. You know what I mean? Their names is gonna come up and have
Solidified.
come up. And yeah, they names have come up in some of our earlier shows. What's up, Bon?
Rest in peace to the homie Lil Roostone, Ricky Elliott. You know what I'm saying? So when
Yup.
you know, we just want to send them shout outs to our loved one. Rest in peace, too. But finish the story,
Rest in
man.
peace.
Okay. So so coming up out did you ever live in Pacoima or in
I lived in
Silmar, any
Van
place?
Nuys. In
You
Van
lived in
Nuys.
Van Nuys? Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay, okay, okay. So that's
Yeah.
that's so that's cool. So about you said you was born in Lancaster. So you went out there, moved this way, and then moved back
Yeah,
up
I was
that way.
back and forth,
Okay,
back and forth.
back and forth. Okay.
Mhm.
So how you end up in Vegas?
Man,
Or did you get out there when you was older, or you was out here for a
I
long
moved to
time and
Vegas
you
when I was 23.
when you was okay, so you was already grown.
Yeah, I
So
was already grown.
at
Yeah.
some point, at some point, you picked up the mic and your pen in the pad. So
Yeah.
how did
Yeah.
that happen?
So I started rapping at 10. uh I used to freestyle to my older brothers, to Lil Green Eyes, the Twine. I used to freestyle for them. They used to, you know what I mean? And everybody's like, oh, he really got something. He got something. Then I had gotten into some trouble, some legal trouble at a real young age. And my mother sent me to Sacramento. So when I lived out there for a couple months, then I moved back. And I stopped in the Van Nuys. I stayed in the Van Nuys for a little bit, and then I moved to Victorville, where my mom, when she left Palmdale and Lancaster, she moved to Victorville. So I'm going everywhere across the valley in LA, the valley in LA, and then I come back to Palmdale, Lancaster. She gone, she in Victorville. So I had to trek out there. When I get there, I'm like, damn, this is the desert. This is like nothing out here. This is nothing out here. So I said, I gotta do something. At that age, your energy, everything is just rapid.
About how old were you? About how old were you when you got to
14.
Victor?
14.
14.
Yeah. So when I got to Victorville, I got
This is
kicked
like
out of school.
2003.
Yeah, around 2003, 2004. I get kicked
Right,
out
right.
of high school immediately. I just jumped right into rapping. I went hard on rapping. And then uh, I pushed out like 15,000 copies of my mixtape and end up getting a record deal. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you was getting your mixtape out the trunk, or how was you doing it?
Yeah, real shit. I seen an interview with Master P, and he was talking about how he sold thousands of his mixtapes out of the trunk of his car. And I saved up $500 and bought like damn near like 20,000 copies of my CD. Had them all pressed up from this little company in China, and they pressed up 20,000 copies of my CD, and they came in the mail. My mom like, where all these boxes come from? I opened them up. It's all my mixtape. Me and my homeboy, we put some work in the street. We made like $800-900. We bought a little green Celica. I'm 14, no license, no insurance, nothing. Driving around the city from
Wow.
Palmdale to Lancaster to the Valley, selling and giving away my CDs until one day I woke up with a phone call on my sidekick like, "Yo, this is Wooty Whoop from Wooty Whoop. We looking at signing you because your mixtape's fire." And that's exactly how it happened.
That is deep, bro. I respect that in a wow. I respect that. I love to hear a youngster I love to hear anybody just say, you know what, I'm not gonna wait around on nobody. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna let nobody tell me I'm good enough. I'm about to get out here with the confidence to do it myself. So that's
exactly.
major props, man. That's
Yeah.
major props.
Exactly.
So
Question. Can I ask you a question though? Did you play
Yes.
any sports coming up?
Yeah, I played football for Palmdale High School and Highland High School.
Okay, what position
oh,
may I ask?
I was for Palmdale, I was uh cornerback, and then for Highland, I was starting tailback for a little bit. Then they moved me to say free safety.
Was
okay.
okay. Was any famous people on them teams that you played with that did anything or
Yeah,
went anywhere?
I played with Devon House from Palmdale High School. He went to
Okay,
the Green.
okay,
That's
okay,
Yeah,
tight.
he went to the
okay,
Green Bay Packers. Yeah, and
okay,
his
for
brother
sure.
Tyrese House went to the Brewers. He started playing baseball.
Okay, hey, House, I think that's one of DT's boys. Stone.
Lemmy
Daniel
Lime.
Terry, I think that's one of his boys. Yeah, so I think that's one of his boys that went through that formula thing. But okay, go ahead, Stone. I'm finna mute it again.
Okay. So yeah. So so you so so you got 15,000 units out of your
Yeah,
just off your own. So
yeah.
so man, you must have seen a cool little profit off that. What was it like having that much bread? But how old was you when you got that all?
So I was like 15 and a half, 16 years old when I got them all off. But I'm gonna be real with you. I was giving them a lot away. I was giving a lot of them away, and that came from my older brother Twine. He said, "You trying to
Okay.
sell them to everybody? Don't nobody know who you are? Is it about the
Right.
money, or is it about getting your name out there?"
Get your
And
name out.
and I was like, and I made that conscious decision right there, just to every day I woke up, I took 15, 20 copies with me, and when I went outside, I handed them
Give
out.
them out.
Somebody wanted to buy
Right.
them, you know what I mean? So it wasn't a big profit margin, it was an investment that paid off,
It
you
was
know what I
an
mean? Yeah.
right. Okay, I see. Okay, that's even the deal. But either way, that take confidence for a dude to put his artwork and then have the confidence to get out there. Like, hey, you need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this.
For
Hey,
real.
this is, you know what I'm saying. So
I mean,
like I say, I appreciate that. That's kind of the same thing me and Bo doing. We ain't
yeah,
had no training or nothing in this, man. We just like, you know what? We got something to say. Pacoima got something to say. We just gonna put it out there and see what
yeah,
it do. So I respect the hustle. Believe me,
yeah,
I
man, I
respect the
appreciate it,
hustle.
man. I didn't even see it as
Okay,
confident. I was just going.
okay. Hey, question.
Yeah,
How was it growing up with your brother Twan and Green Eyes? What was that like? I
man,
knew it. Go ahead. Was Twan the bully?
man,
Twan, Twan, I got
Danny
your little
Wester,
brother on here.
the
Twan,
second.
I got your little brother on here. So don't say nothing. I got your little bro on here now. I didn't
If
know this was your little brother either, Twan. So me
if
and you I'm looking for you, Twan. Go ahead.
if you talk to him, and when you talk to him, he gonna have a lot to say till this day. You feel what I'm saying? We been through a whole lot as brothers. We don't get along at all, and that's just it's just too many chiefs in one village. You know what I mean? Six of us, all of us got daddy issues. You feel what I'm saying? All of us crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
But
but Green
shout
Eye,
out to your big bro, Twan, man. That's my boy, man. That's my boy, bro.
yeah,
If you, yeah, I spell Twan. Twan's name is 2 and 1. I'm gonna leave that alone. We'll talk about that's another story. Twan know what I'm talking about too. That's how I spell. That's what his name means. But that's another story.
yeah. Yeah, it was, but I learned how to. I'm gonna tell you one thing I learned from both of my older brothers. I learned how to hustle. I learned how not to let a bitch get in my bread, bitch get in my head, and I learned how to throw hands. My brother Green Eyes was probably one of the most fluent fighters I ever seen in my life. And Antoine was probably one of the most fluent hustlers I ever been around in my life. So I'm dark skinned, Twan dark skinned, little green eyes, light skinned, curly hair, green eyes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and he looked like a straight pretty boy, but I've seen this man knock shit out. You know?
Okay. Hey, I'm not mad. So now So 2003, y'all out there getting your name out there with the rap thing.
Yeah,
Um, so when you got that call that somebody wanted to put you
yeah.
on, what was that like? What was
Man,
that feeling?
so I get a phone call from a cat named Abe, rich cat out of Victorville. Him and his people own a couple restaurants and hookah bars. He tell me that his uncle just got a hold of my mixtape, and he was interested in talking to me. Now this uncle is Delaney Miguel. At this time, Delaney Miguel was uh, the games manager and Ray J's manager.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
so
Okay.
I meet up with him. He like, yo, your mixtape's hard. You got the look. Me and my boy Lath want to sign you to an exclusive management deal under Interscope Records. We gonna get you a single, put it out there, and see what the world think about it. I'm like, for sure. So that's what we did. I
Right.
had a song with AMG from the Fixers
Okay.
and DJ Quick, and they
Right. Right. Right.
produced the beat. AMG jumped on it. It's called Tricking. Put it out. We did a little radio press run. Um, we hot. Everybody in the industry messing with me. Uh, I get a phone call one day. They want me to come to LA to meet up with Game, and I go out to 28th and Crenshaw, and bunch of Bloods on one side, bunch of Crips on the other side, and I get out the car. I see Game. I see my manager. I'm chopping it up with them. I meet Game, and then somebody pulled up, and after that, everything went left.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the industry wasn't what you thought it was gonna be once you got really up in here, huh?
Uh, I won't say the industry. The industry is and what it is gonna always be. It's either you gonna get in there and work with it, or you gonna go in there and go against it. And not a lot of people win when you go against it. But uh,
That's a
homies,
good perspective.
family
That's a
ain't
good
what they
perspective.
supposed. Ain't family and homies ain't what they supposed to be.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um. So was that did that end your rap career? Did you quit rapping after that and
Uh,
focus your attention in a different direction, or what did that do?
I kind of went back home and went harder after it died down, and I noticed that I was being shelved, and my confusion because I'm a teen. You know what I mean? I'm still not. You know what I mean? I'm used to one certain aspect of life, and this is a whole nother aspect. I'm trying to jump in by myself. I wasn't getting no help from none of my family or people outside of my inner circle. So not a lot of people knew what was going on or what to do in these situations. So I kind of went harder. I kind of went home and uh, I put together another mixtape. I pushed that out. This time, your social media is bumping. You know, you got YouTube and now you got Facebook. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right.
now I'm trying to make an internet. I had a million friends on MySpace. You feel what I'm saying? But this
Right.
new shit for Facebook, you know what I mean? This new shit I don't know nothing about. So now I'm trying to make an internet presence. But at the same
Right.
time, now I'm having kids. I'm dealing with women and I'm trying to balance this out. You know what I'm saying? So the time came for me to make a decision and I was like, yeah, I had signed to Motif Music Group after that. It
Okay.
was this black dude out of California, out of I think he was out of Palmdale, Lancaster. Or he might have been out of L.A. I forget what his name was.
Did he have any other notable artists assigned to
No,
him?
not
Did he
not that I know of. I just know he was a black man, older black man, trying to put something together, and I jumped on
trying to
board.
get
With,
into
you know
the
what I mean?
game? right,
I
right,
forget his
right.
name. He just recently passed away. He used to have big ass keloids in his ear. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but so after that didn't go through, that's when I made the conscious decision to jump to another aspect of life, and that was just to do whatever I can, like do music or whatever. But then I started working jobs and shit like that, and then I went through a good 10-year spell of just being a regular nigga out here, for real.
Hey, believe me, we all know that. We all know shit. We going through it now. You know what I mean? You got to get up, do that, punch that clock, do that 9 to 5 or whatever time. You know that them 8 hours or whatever them number, however them numbers add up. They usually add up to 8, and the dude got to come home tired. You know what I'm
For real,
saying?
nigga. I just know I'm
So
tired of this shit.
so okay, so so now so you working a regular job. You got the kids and everything. Now uh I think we was talking earlier. You mentioned a health scare or a health battle or something, or somehow
Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
you had to fight for your life.
So 10 years fast forward, 33. In between. So when I was like maybe 29, 30, I got into pushing weight out here in Vegas, big time, and then I was making a lot of money out here. You know what I mean? Fast forward, a couple of my business partners, one of them went to prison, one of them passed away, and everybody came to me and was like, "What's gonna happen to you?" You know what I mean? So you got to make another decision, and that's when I'm realizing, you know what I mean, life is about decisions. You know, you can keep going and then you stop, or you can never stop and then see what happens to you. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
I've never been a dummy. I've always been conscious of my consequences, of the consequences of everything. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was in the streets, even when I was on the front line, pressing the line, banging and doing all that shit, I was always very conscious of what the consequences of what I was doing at this moment, what it could end up like. But as any young man surrounded by his peers, his number one focus is to impress his peers. You know what I mean? And I did everything in my power to impress my peers, and whatever my peers was. They could have been race car drivers. I'm gonna be the best race car driver they ever known. You know what I mean? So, but all my friends was gang members. You know what I mean? So I tried to be the best one I know at those times. But uh, like I said, we all got to make decisions. So I got out of that game, and shortly after, a friend of
What
mine.
was it that game that brought you to Vegas or
No. I left California at 23 because I caught a case. Yeah. So the judge, they let me off, but the judge told me I needed to leave California. So he said, "Follow your mother in Vegas." So I left California. You know what I mean? I didn't want LAPD always looking every time nigga get
oh,
pulled off.
that's a hit and a half. That's a hit and a half for your ass.
Exactly. So I got the fuck out of California. My mother had already moved to Vegas, so I moved to Vegas. I followed her. You know what I mean? So my
So
so
you was in Vegas, you was pushing a little something, and then
yeah.
you decided
So
to get up out the game. Right,
a
right.
old alleged friend of mine called me one day. I was chilling in the house playing Call of Duty, just chilling in my crib, and he said, "Yo," and this friend of mine is a director himself, big time director. He used to shoot a lot of music videos for a lot of top artists. He did a lot of documentaries. His family's very wealthy and rich. He's a little bit famous and well known. He gave me a call and said, "Yo, I'm doing a movie in Vegas. Can you? I need you to do this extra work." And I was like, no doubt. So I pulled up and I did the extra work. You know what I mean? I did an extra acting gig for him in like 2 episodes of this show that's on Tubi right now. And after we wrapped up the first episode, he we was all chilling and he asked me like, uh, "You got anything?" My boy had told him like, "Yo, Sonny, he used to write back in school, he used to rap and all this other shit." And they was like, "So You got any movie ideas and shit like that? So yeah, I wrote a movie. It's called What Are You Afraid Of? And I sent it to them, and I pitched it to them. They loved it. They bought it, and then right after buying it from me, like the 2-3 days after I got my check, the deposit from the money, I wasn't feeling well. And the girl I was seeing at the time came home from work and she was like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not feeling well. Can you take me to the hospital?" I don't remember getting in the car. Don't remember the drive to the hospital. I woke up 2 months later out of a coma. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
2 months
Two
later?
months in a coma. Yep. 2 months in coma, not a coma. 2 months in coma, excuse me.
So what did they say happened?
Uh, so I had a laundry list of things. So I was drinking a lot, a whole lot. I'm talking a lot, a whole lot. And I was drinking a lot, and I had a ancestral thing, something that one of my ancestors had, and they trickled it down to me. It's called compartmental syndrome. It's where my cholesterol builds up in an organ and it shuts down your organ. Mine was shutting down my pancreas, and I had no idea. And I'm drinking, which is the drinking is affecting it all. So
Ooh.
I go to the hospital. I guess they said that I walked up to the desk and they said, "How can I help you?" I said, "I'm not feeling well." And they said, "Oh yeah, what's going on with you?" And I passed out and died right there. Was revived. I was revived and fell into a diabetic coma, which I never knew that I was a diabetic. My sugar was at 800. Yeah.
God, dog.
So my kidney, liver, pancreas all gave out. I had a 1% chance of survival. My mother, my sister, my brothers, they all came up to the hospital. The doctor told them to say goodbye to your son. He's not going to make it through the day. And they said, was there anything we could do to save him? They said there's one option, but 20,000 people before him have all died on this operating table if he get this surgery. Not one person has ever made it until me. Yeah.
Wow.
So now I got a California zipper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And they said a California zipper.
Wow.
Got a
You're not
California
playing.
zipper. Yeah. So
So they was able to bring back all your organs and everything. You
yeah,
didn't have to have no
kidney,
transplant.
my kidney and liver bounced back 100%. My pancreas is at 5%, but they said there's a large chance because of how my body is reacting to all this that my pancreas can come back and I won't even be diabetic no more. I basically cured myself of diabetes.
Damn.
Hmm. I'm a like, and I don't say this shit to be like trying to just talk out my neck or some shit. I'm a miracle. Like out of
Nah, I
20,000
can see
people,
it.
yeah, I'm the only survivor. I was on the news when I woke up, and I'm a case study. They put me in the Nevada doctorate case study. Like when you go to school to become a doctor, they got to read about my case.
That's big. That's deep.
Crazy.
That's
And
deep,
hey,
homie.
it's crazy too. My mother would tell you, when I was born, I was in the newspaper, Lancaster County, Lancaster, California newspaper, because my birthday is 6789, and I was the first baby born in the hospital.
Wow.
Seven,
Yeah,
eight, nine. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So my mom still got the newspaper clip of baby born in hospital, first baby born in this hospital, birthday 6789.
Wow, homie. Ooh, wee. So, man. So you didn't know this was going on in your body
Yeah,
until you just happened to not be feeling good that day, and
yeah.
come to find out it's pretty damn near over. So
So it's over. Yeah,
had you okay. I know most black men do not go to them doctor visits regularly.
at
was
all.
that was that was that the case? You hadn't if you had gone been having regular doctor visits, they probably could have spotted it though.
Yeah, I
I
didn't have a
did.
primary doctor. Never went for checkups. I only went for emergencies. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna like look me in the eyes, black man. From one black man to another black man, a nigga from the city, nigga from the set, all that. I'm gonna tell y'all right here, black man. Emergency hospital visits is not going to the doctor. Get you a motherfucking primary doctor, care doctor, and go get your whole body checked out. Colon, testicles, heart, liver, kidney, get it all checked out. Because right when you start enjoying life, you die. And that's literally the truth. Not a lot of
Man.
people survive what I went through.
No, you say you died. It ain't too
Yeah,
many motherfuckers. It ain't too many motherfuckers survive death.
you said,
That's some miracle shit.
he
That's
said
some
you said
miracle
you
shit,
died,
bro.
nigga. Yeah, real shit. Real
Hey,
shit.
that's wow, homie.
Yeah,
I knew it. Yeah, you mentioned it on the phone. You probably thought I wasn't listening, but I heard it. So I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm gonna definitely ask him about it.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't think you was gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was gonna be like some gangster shit, shootout type shit. But that
Nah,
was just something that was just crept up on you. Like, hey, come with me.
that's
You know what
hey.
I'm
Nipsey
saying?
said it
That's
the best. Nipsey said how you die after all them years banging. Like you banged all them years, then died and
man,
died for something stupid. You know what I'm saying? That shit.
like, like that, man. But I mean, it's a lot of people that go out that
Yeah,
just die. You know, and you be like, man. So nah, that's some good advice you gave, homie. I think you are definitely have earned the
the right to
earned the
tell that.
stature to say, yeah, earned the right to tell people, hey, go get your checkups, man. Go get your
Yo,
checkups, y'all. That's deep.
yeah,
So uh tell us how okay, so I don't want to jump the gun too much, but okay, how did you get into the so you gave us a little bit on when you woke up, you woke up 2 months later, you had already have written you said you had written that movie, you wrote
yeah,
that movie
yeah. So basically,
and it's on Tubi.
look, check it out. So, um, I sell the movie because I caught a case in California, out here in Vegas. I caught a DV, and uh, at this time I catch the DV. The movie is about to be sold to a major studio, so they like the nigga I'm that's the niggas that's pushing this to be sold comes to me and tells me like, look, we don't want your case if it do go big to come back onto the movie. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So how are we gonna take care of this? There's only one way to take care of it. You my man's. Put your name on it like you wrote it. Just leave me my percentage deep into the contract where nobody gonna see my name. You know what I'm saying? And boom, and we'll keep it from there. So that's what happened. After everything got paid, like a short week later, boom, I'm in the hospital. 2 months go by, I'm waking up. Takes me like at least 2-3 weeks to come out of sedation of what the hell is going on. In my dream, that's for another podcast right there. The for 2 months I'm in coma felt like 15 minutes, but it's like 4 dreams. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And the dreams was crazy. Crazy.
You remember your dreams during that
Yeah, I
situation?
remember it was 4 dreams. And I remember from the top to the bottom, and I'm telling you, Stone, they crazy, crazy. The homies and everything in it. And after I come out of sedation, they starting to tell me like what happened to me, uh, uh, who came to see me, and different shit like that. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And then I get a phone call. It's from the man that I sold my movie to. Yo, we just finished filming your movie. Are you serious? Yeah, we just wrapped up in Atlanta. The movie's done. It came out great, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, wow. But then shortly after that, I started getting other phone calls about what was happening the whole time I'm in coma and they filming the movie. My man's is out there doing me dirty. You know what I'm saying? Changing the movie, not paying the production crew, the talent. He ran the budget was 500,000. He filmed the movie with 100,000 and ran off with the other 400,000.
Oh,
Yeah, nigga bought a Rolls Royce, a Bentley, a restaurant, a big mansion out here in Vegas. Niggas thought I was finna die, so they wasn't expecting me to come up out of that coma. So I come up out the coma, and I'm learning all this, and now it's war. It's war between me and them. And I got other shit in motion. I got movies on. I got a TV show on Tubi called Shot Series. You know what I mean? And that's about people who've been shot in the hood or any situation and live to tell about it. And we reacted in your story. Yeah.
okay. And you say that that's a series that's on Tubi right now?
Yeah. It's on Tubi right now. It's called Shot Series.
Shot series. And you created that?
No, no, no. That's the movie. That's the TV show that
Okay.
when I was chilling in my crib, he called me to come help him with. That led to me.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah,
But I ended up writing the whole new second season coming out.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's coming out and
Yeah. No. The
it's
first
not out
season's
yet.
already out. The first
First
season's
season's out, but you got a second season that you wrote that's coming
yeah,
out.
that's coming out. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I starred
That's
in the first
big.
season, then I wrote the second season, but I didn't star in the second season.
Okay. But you
Yeah.
started so we can see you on the first season though.
Yeah, I'm in
We
the
can pick
first
you
two
out.
episodes. Yeah. And then
Okay.
We're gonna check it out. We're gonna check it out.
yeah, I did a
I'm
movie
definitely
I
gonna
did the
check it
show
out.
with Marquise Moore. He
Okay.
played in BMF. He played in
Right.
Snowfall. He played in
Okay.
Walking
Okay.
Dead, House of Pains. He was that kid that got beat up by Big Boy in ATL. He was like, "You my own cousin, and you stealing from me?"
Okay.
Yeah. He was in the movie.
I watch all them shows, so I know I'm annoying when I sing for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one
So
that in Snowfall. He was having problems when Franklin Saint went to prison, and them three niggas was beating him up. The little leader of them.
Oh, I think I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
I think I know who
Yeah,
you're talking about. I think I
yeah.
know who you're talking
Short, light skinned cat.
about. Light skinned dude. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly. I think I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you definitely rubbing elbows with the right people in that lane. Sound like
Yeah,
um.
definitely.
So and then you say you got the second season coming out and it's your writing. So man, did you when did you know you had a talent for writing a movie though? Like how does that how do you I know you said oh boy hit you up and he was like you ain't got no ideas for movies. Did he show you how to write a movie? Cause that
Nah,
gotta
I wrote my first movie in I think the ninth or 10th grade about me and my friends growing up in a small town and it was everybody was I'm a
Excuse
sci-fi
me.
geek. So I wrote this movie where me and my friends was like the coolest kids in school. Everybody loved us. We was the most popular kids. We was the best football and basketball player on the team. Blah 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 blah. But nobody knew all five of us black kids was the last generation of vampires out of the Caribbean.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
So
wrote something like that when you was
yeah,
like 15?
when I was 15 years old. Yep. I wrote that, and then so I always had a knack for writing. You know what I mean? Like I'm a writer, I'm an idealist and a creator just by natural. So when he asked me, so I used to come up, I used to write those little movie premises and shit. So one day I wrote this movie, What Are You Afraid of? And I wrote the whole script out and everything. It took me maybe like 6 months to write the script out and everything, and I just threw it on the shelf. Like, who am I gonna meet to sell this movie to? Then look what happened. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So the movie What Are You Afraid of is about and I do everything in the black perspective. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
um, it's about five kids, two male blacks, one female black, and uh, um, female Mexican and another female white that go to a cabin in the woods. So it's like your cliche cabin in the woods horror film, but it's a
Right.
racial undertone. So they go to a cabin in the woods to celebrate graduating from high school to go to college, but
Right.
they all get killed by a serial killer.
Damn.
Yeah, and then you find out why the serial killer killed them at the end and all that. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
This
And
brother's
we
writing horror movies at the age of 16. Boy.
yeah. And that's my goal now. My goal now is to be like to be Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, you know what I mean? To be one of the most successful black sci-fi directors ever. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna send you another movie script that I just wrote that this week I got a meeting with Kevin Hart's team.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would love to read that, man. For
Yeah,
real, for
I'm gonna
real.
definitely send you that. Actually, I can send you the video. It's just the poster work with the vocals behind it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The narrator telling you what the movie's about. The
Yeah,
movie's
there you
about
go.
it's just about Kevin Hart being
Boy.
the stand up dad, and he like one of them never cut corner dads, and Kai Cenat is his son. Kai Cenat's going to college, and Father's Day. The movie's called Father's Day Massacre, and uh, Kevin Hart comes to the college. Surprise Kai Cenat, his son, on Father's Day to spend the weekend with him on Father's Day, but he didn't know his son Kai Cenat was like this huge internet sensation on streaming, and he does the craziest shit on campus, and his ex-girlfriend Ice Spice breaks out of a mental asylum after she went crazy because he dumped her on live, and she comes back to kill him, and now Kai Cenat has to be protected by his father on campus and running throughout the university city and trying to survive. It's a comedy. It's hilarious.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So my people's is taking me to see a representative of Kevin Hart's team to see if we can pitch that to Kevin Hart and see if we can get that going.
Hey, man. Salute, man. Salute to the hustle, baby. I love hearing shit
For
like that.
real. How you get him again? Salute.
Appreciate it. I'm trying, man. That's my passion is just these movies and TV shows, and I got another TV show called Genesis. It's about excuse me, that's the wrong one. It's called Enlighten, about a kid out of Chicago, 17 years old, get killed, and on his way to the hospital and the paramedics with his parents, he wake up and he tells his parents that he went to heaven, and God told him he was the second coming, and
Damn.
now
Damn.
he got to be protected by every hood in America from the white man because they trying to get rid of him.
That's deep.
Yeah, it's called Enlightened. Yeah,
Is
I
that
wrote that.
is that a movie or a
It's a
TV
TV show.
series?
It's a
That's a
series.
TV series.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
TV
Damn.
show. You only do a TV show with something like that. You got to keep that going.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, man, that sounds like
Yeah,
that's gonna go on and on and on.
yeah.
So,
That's
hey,
the first season. I know, like basically his best friend. Uh, the government got a hold of his best friend and told him where he was, and his best friend ended up becoming his Judas. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a see, the thing about I'm always giving undertones. It's a science thing. History repeats itself. We all in hell. It's always going to be a second coming. Always somebody in history that shows up. But the white man is always controlling everything, and they killed off millions of the second comings.
Wow.
You feel me? I'm not millions, but hundreds of the second comings. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just in the hood now in our time with all the internet and TVs and information that we get every day. Everybody learned about it before it happened, before he got killed. Now it's publicized. The government can't just go in and, oh, this baby is out here healing people at 4 years old. It's the second coming. Kill him. Because now it's all over the internet.
It's all
And
over.
now the world knows about it.
That's
You know what I
deep.
mean?
That's deep, baby.
Yeah.
You heard it here
So that,
first.
but that one that's just still in the in the
Oh yeah,
mind in the mental phase. It's
it's
not.
locked
It's
away.
not.
It's locked away.
Okay.
Yeah. First,
Wow.
I got a pirate movie, a mermaid movie. I got all kind of movies, man.
So now, what really caught my attention was my nigga Bigfoot. Talk about my nigga Bigfoot, man. That caught me, man. I was
Now
like,
hold
what
on.
is
I don't. Hey,
this?
time out. Time out.
That's my baby right there, man. So when
Right.
I first moved to Vegas, I was smoking a blunt with my little brother. Uh, and we was watching that show, Finding Bigfoot. Y'all ever seen that show, Finding Bigfoot?
Was it on
Regular
A&E or
TV.
one of them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like A&E.
regular.
It's
Okay.
a bunch of fat white boys in the woods trying to find Bigfoot.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we was smoking a blunt watching it, and he passing me the blunt, and he like, "Hey, what if they found Bigfoot and he was a nigga?" And I looked at him like, "What?" I looked at him like, "What?" And I'm like, "You know what? That's kind of funny." And then the way my brain goes, I just run with it. So this is like,
That's
I
the
was Vegas,
artistry of it. You never know where that motivation gonna come from. That's tight,
exactly.
man.
So I'm
That's
in
tight.
Vegas now. I've been in Vegas now almost 13 years. Uh, this has got to be like 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So this is 8, 9 years ago. So I wrote the premise to the cartoon 8, 9 years ago. But after I
Wow.
got out of coma and met my girl, and me and her start chopping it up, and she's like a big motivator, like what do you want to do so we can push it. I was giving her the ideas that I had of what I had. She said, what do you have? I said, I got this cartoon. She lit up. She was like, cartoon? I'm like, yeah. So I told her about it. She pushed me every day to go out there and make it happen. And within a year, I got what you have, what you've seen. Well, I got the full first episode, all the characters, the voice, the vocal talent for the cartoon. Both of them got millions of followers on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I got a love from the cartoon, and then I put it out on Patreon, and the feedback on Patreon was so good. You know, I've been doing the Patreon thing for a little bit, and then now we re-released in the first episode. But this week I got a meeting with Hulu, Amazon, and Zeus Network for the cartoon. Yeah. And
Hey,
that's no
hey.
bullshit, homie. That's not me over here throwing shit out my side of my neck. I really got meetings with platforms. You know what I'm saying? I got a my girl did her due diligence and solidified her stay in my life by going out there and finding her friend that was plugged in with somebody that can plug us into the right people, and it all transpired.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's I okay, so I was looking at Patreon. Can you tell me how Patreon works? Do you you have to pay to see it, or how does it work? Or because it
So
said you got to
basically,
join something.
if you
Tell
wanted to
the people.
if you wanted to put the podcast, the Pacoima Perspective, on Patreon, and you could be talking about crazy shit, cursing, because most of these platforms don't allow that. The cursing, all that stuff, they don't really allow it,
Right,
and
right, right.
there's no pay to watch. So if you when you put it on Patreon, you can charge people a monthly fee to watch, to be a part of your membership. So
Right.
to watch my nigga Bigfoot is $3 a month. So
Okay. Gotcha.
you do the math. I got 1,000 members in a month at $3 a month, at $3 a member each. So when I released the cartoon, I started making $3,000 a month back from everything that I put into the cartoon. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So
And
all the money
the
that
more members,
the more money,
that's right. Okay.
the more
Yeah,
members, the more.
I was looking at it and I seen Patreon and I seen the trailer and I'm like, oh shit, how do so I'm gonna have to ask him that way the people know, what they gotta do to see the cartoon.
Yeah.
Um,
So the cartoon is on Patreon. When I re-release it in a week and a half, it's gonna be on YouTube, Patreon, and TikTok. It's gonna have shorts, the full episode, all that. The cartoon is called My Nigga Bigfoot. It's about two high school kids, one black kid named Cairo, and a Hispanic kid named Edgar. He's your typical Mexican kid in high school today with the Edgar walk and no mommy say no mommy's way, all that shit. Um, they sneak out of class to go smoke weed behind the high school in they school, and they live in Northern California and in the wooded area in a made up city called Lorraine Valley, right?
I've never
So
seen the cartoon. I've never seen. I don't know. I have never ever. I've never seen this. I've been trying to stop y'all. I've never seen it.
you never seen it?
I don't know what y'all talking about. My old ass.
look, listen. I never had seen it either, but he got at me with the flyer. So I goes
Okay.
on the flyer. So I'm like, okay, well, so I hit the profile, of course. So I see and then I see my nigga Bigfoot. So I'm like, okay, what's this? So I just investigated a little bit more, and I seen all the artwork and shit. So it was just like, oh, this is dope. So that's when I hit him back, like, hey man, like what do you do? And then it was like, man, you need to come on the show, man. I want to tap into this, man.
Okay. And this was where we at right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Because the flyer with the, it's nice. I already told him. Let's put. I want to. I like that. I like
yeah.
that, man. So I got to give you a shout out. But
Appreciate it.
finish the story. I don't want to cut you off. Finish
No,
going on
all
which I was
good,
going.
good.
Then I would go back
All
to what I was
good,
talking about.
all good.
Yeah.
So the cartoon's about the two kids who sneak out of class to go smoke weed in the woods right behind the high school, and something transpires that scares them, and then they run, and then they fall into a hole, and then they try to escape the hole, but they can only get out because there's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's too high for them to jump back up, so they end up going to the light, and they run into Bigfoot. Now, Bigfoot is not your ordinary cryptid mythological creature. This is a young, 8 foot tall, hairy, 2025 hip hop head, rap head, weed smoking, mushroom eating, bear fucking crazy motherfucker who's obsessed with drill music and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So they become best friends. And by way of Bigfoot's best friend, his Bigfoot's nickname is Big Squatchy. So his name his nickname is Big Squatchy, and he's best friends with an alien named Grebor. That's the exact way he is. And Grebor flies in and out of planet Earth and outer space and all that shit to come kick it with him and the other boys. But there's a special thing about Bigfoot in Native American culture. Bigfoot is described as a slipwalker. Sasquatch is a slipwalker, meaning that he can slip in and out of dimensions. So,
Wow.
he has the
Okay.
ability to open up portals and go to different dimensions on Earth, and he takes the boys with him.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
For
That's
real.
sick.
For
Can't wait to
real.
see.
On the
That's sick.
real. For
That's sick.
real.
So
appreciate
now, who so I'm the ideas come from your mind. Did you
it.
have to get an artist to
Yeah,
draw your people, or how did that work?
man, that's where, like I say, when you say, who was the one who said they want to get a Stone and Bone cartoon?
Bone.
Big, Big Red Bone. Hey, so look, that's where it get hard at. That's where it get real hard because now you got to deal with other people, they time, they mind state, what they like, what they want. It don't matter what you can be the creator, the funder, and all that. They not gonna do it the way you like it because it's their time and they effort. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pay for an artist, you gotta pay for an illustrator, you gotta pay for an animator, you gotta pay for an editor. You know what I mean? You gotta find all of those, put them all on the same. And then I'm not a rich man, so I can't find these 5 people, fly them all out, put them in one room for a month, and make them work and pay them handsomely. It don't work like that. So I got 2 animators in the Philippines. I got an editor in Texas. I got, you know what I mean? I got a nigga in Canada. I got this, and I got to get them all on the phone
That's
at once.
right.
Texting them, and I'm paying each of these people every day out of my pocket, every day out of my pocket, just to get what I got already. You know what I mean? And it's difficult. It's very difficult. You know what I mean? But if you got the ambition, you got the time, you got the heart,
So
you can get it going.
that's what, baby.
That's what I'm
Wow,
talking about.
baby. I gotta salute to that, man. Salute to the ambition and the vision, though, bro. Don't it feel special when you see your vision come into fruition, though? Don't it?
Yeah,
What that
that's
feel like, man? When your art come out and people like
embracing it.
fuck with it.
Yeah,
Man,
like
what that feel like, man?
it's cool. It's everything you want, but that's just the small part of it. It's like that's when you realize that you're capable of doing something. You know how it is. You grew up in the hood. You did time in YA. You know what I mean? I knocked one nigga out. I know I could knock another nigga out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But then it's like, but that big nigga that keep coming on the block or that big nigga that keep coming on the yard, he I feel like I can get him, but I'm not ready yet. But that's the challenge. And then it's always a nigga bigger than him or a nigga that's more dangerous or scarier than him. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the challenges. The challenge to get this far where I'm at has been completed. The next challenge is to end up where it's like y'all doing the podcast. Like shout out to homie Sunny Lanes. He doing it real big. We going to his movie release party in the hood tonight in the valley. It's millions of people out there. He got Ryan Coogler status. That's the motherfucking that's the next
Right,
step. You know what I mean?
right. It's always that next step. Yeah, it's always that next goal. Yeah. The
Yeah,
goalposts always move. I feel
always
that.
move.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that,
Man, I
man.
appreciate all y'all love, man. Yeah, y'all showing mad love today. Appreciate it, OGs.
Nah, you earned it. You earned it. You earned it. So we go to so we right here, man. Me, I like to, I don't like to go too long. So we right at that hour point right now. So what I would like you to do is wrap it up for me. What is it that you want to leave the people out there in Stone and Bone Land with? What you want to leave them with? What how you want to wrap it up?
Oh,
Yo,
Stone.
what's up, man? It's your boy Sunny Lanes, and I just want to let everybody in here know if you watching this shit, whether you sick, whether you old, whether you whatever you going through, it's always time for you to do something. And I want to show mad love to the OBGs on this motherfucker. These niggas is really out here doing something for themselves in they prime lifetime, and they definitely making a way for other homies that don't think they got it or don't think they can have it or will have it, to pave the way for niggas to do something outside of just the hood. I left the hood a long time ago, but I'm always gonna be a homie to the homies. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody ever need anything out of me, whether it's graphic design, advice, production, a voice, somebody to stand by your side on something, never be afraid to hit my motherfucking DM, cell phone number, anything like that. I show love to everybody. I play neutral. I'm not in that and in the bickering and battering between homies and none of that shit. I got love for everybody. But at the same time, stand on your 10 toes, go get checked out by the doctors, black men, and make sure that y'all keep your heads on a swivel, stay dangerous, and follow my Instagram. It's at Sunny Lanes _ Follow my cartoon at My In Bigfoot all across every platform. Follow the Pacoima Perspective. Follow the homie Keystone and Redbone. Follow follow every homie that you know is a homie, and follow and show support, because you never know when you gonna need somebody to show you support. And that's real shit.
Appreciate that. Redbone, you got something, man?
I
How you wanna
did, but
summarize? How you wanna wrap it up?
I missed half of it because I was driving home. Shit, I didn't know
I
this shit
know
was
he
over
stepped
with.
away. But look, so I'll wrap it up like this, man. I wanna shout out Sunny Lanes once again, man, for reaching out and tapping in, man. You opened our eyes to a whole new lane that a lot of cats, man, it's a lot of cats out there that probably do have gifts and talents that they just don't have that confidence to step out there and just put it out there for the people. So
Yeah.
you are you the true definition of that, bro. With the music, you should step out there and put your shit out there for them. Get a bar of this. I respect that. Now you doing your thing with the movies and the cartoons and shit, and you just like, hey, look, check this out. Get a bar of this. You never know where you gonna go. You know this. You can't hit a home run if you don't swing the bat. So
Fact.
so with that being said, we're gonna wrap up this one, Stone and Bone. I think this was one of those epic ones, man. I really
I
appreciate you, bro.
missed it.
So
I was driving